What up, this is Rama covering movies, TV, and entertainment. Here's my review of HBO new series, The Time Traveler's Wife. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to HBO for granting me the screeners for this entire new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Now, just to be clear, I've never read the book. I don't know how it is in the book, and thus I don't know whether or not this latest adaptation is faithful to the book. I had only watched the 2009 movie once, back when it was in theaters, and that was it. So I'm not gonna spend the duration of this video comparing that to this one. I'm just gonna review this new version solely on its own merit, because I know that many of us are fans of Stephen Moffat when he worked on Doctor Who, and some of us are fans of Moffat's other shows like Sherlock. So I'm happy to tell you that Stephen Moffat's storytelling style is all over the Time Traveler's Wife series. From his penchant for non-linear progression, to his strong, distinctive sense of humor, all the way to the fact that his lead characters are often a lovable jerk. All those elements are here, every one of them. It's as if the material was destined to have Moffat's stamp on it. You can tell Stephen Moffat is just having a blast shaping and molding this awesome, enthralling, romantic journey of Claire and Henry. The Time Traveler's Wife is funny, it's thought-provoking, it's heartfelt, and it features two very attractive actors whose on-screen chemistry is downright impeccable. Written and executive produced by Stephen Moffat, directed by David Nutter, The Time Traveler's Wife is an intricate and magical love story that chronicles the romance of Claire and Henry and a marriage with a problem: time travel. There's a line on this show that says nobody should find their soulmate when they're 6. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but what I'm getting at is the constant interaction between adult Henry and super young Claire can be viewed as uncomfortable to some audiences. But that's the beauty of this well-written show, in that it's very surgical with its exploration of feelings over time, and the perspectives that come with age or getting older, and how putting two drastic ones in the same room or the same clearing together could result in a fascinating dynamic. If you ask me, hey Rama, is the story hard to follow with all the jumping and the time traveling? I'd say, nah, not really, because the show is very diligent at marking the various ages of Henry. So even if his haircut can fool you, the numbers won't. Let's talk about the time travel aspect for a minute. It doesn't surprise me that nudity is part of the equation. It reminds me of the Terminator franchise minus the electrical lightning. But the Time Traveler's Wife also breaks a lot of common rules, including you're not supposed to meet the other you. That said, Henry at 40 meeting Henry at 28 meeting Henry at 12 is part of this show's appeal. And that's also where Stephen Moffat's brand of humor often shines the brightest. There are a total of 6 episodes, each runs an hour long. I'm not gonna lie, the first 3 episodes have their fair share of sadness, and I am man enough to admit that I cried a few times, especially with the arc surrounding Henry's mother, fabulously played by Kate Siegel. So those first few episodes can get really heart-wrenching. And the final 3 episodes is when the mystery about Claire and Henry's future kicks in. The Time Traveler's Wife hits that sweet spot between sci-fi and romance. I mean, this could have easily gone sideways with one of the genres overshadowing the other, but it impresses me how tonally the two just work together. Very well balanced and delicately thread. I find myself emotionally invested in it every step of the way. As for the performances, well, if you are fans of Theo James, then you are gonna love the Time Traveler's Wife series, because 80% of the time here, he is butt naked. As in sweaty, sculpted, sexy butt naked. I'm actually quite jealous. I wish I could look that good in my birthday suit. All joking aside, this is quite possibly Theo's best and most nuanced acting yet. From the younger asshole Henry to the wise, impatient old Henry. It's a wide range of spectrum that Theo flawlessly taps into with such precision. Rose Leslie is equally remarkable because she also has to pass convincingly as a 16-year-old, and Rose does it effortlessly. Rose is luminous, radiant, and fierce. You see, this show deals with questions of destiny. What does does it mean when our soulmate is already predetermined for us? Is everything inevitable? Or are there things that we could control? And throughout the show, there are times when Claire wishes her Henry was the other Henry. So is that considered cheating or an affair when they're technically the same Henry? I know, it all sounds confusing coming out of my mouth. But the show does a wonderful job of structuring all those profound complications to the point where you kind of wonder, well, just because they're meant for each other, are they truly meant for each other? I cannot emphasize this enough. The Time Traveler's Wife is such an amazing series, so do not miss out on it.